I will start my speech by showing you all a video related to my topic.
Something has gone terribly wrong. For the first time in California, we spend more on prisons than schools. It now costs more to send an inmate to prison than a student to Harvard. But 70% of inmates go right back to prison after they're released. And no wonder, nearly 60% are functionally illiterate. A safer California? It starts with stronger schools, and it will take a strong leader. A leader like Alberto Torrico. A leader who knows the true spirit of California opera.
Okay, so according to Mona Adi, a double major in communication and journalism, in a 2012 website stated, the United States, especially California, which has one of the highest incarceration rates in the country, needs to reconsider its priorities when it comes to funding public education versus prisons. Governor Jerry Brown's 2012-2013 budget allocated nearly $1 billion more to prison than to higher education. So you have all paid your college fees and have gotten some sort of aid by the government. So it is important to know why the government has been funding less amount into higher education. I am credible to speak about this topic because I've been researching about the prison spendings and believe that the government should state fund schools rather than prisons. First, I will discuss how scholars are the future leaders. Therefore, the government should invest their money in schools. And then I would like to share with everyone more on this major problem currently conflicting students. And finally, I hope that by the end of my speech, you will be willing to boycott to cut prison spending. So first, why is prison spending a problem? So the schools funding decrease while funding for prisons increase. According to Nate Rollins in a 2013 magazine from the National Times stated, California's higher education received 13% less state funding in 2012, while funding for prisons expanded 436% during the same period. To this day, the government has been funding less of its money to prisons rather than less amount of funding to schools rather than prisons. Yet the college tuition has increased during the past years. So the U.S. government spends millions to feed, house, and guard inmates. Now that we have discussed why prison spending is a problem, let's move on to how it affects us. So the cost of food per inmate is expensive. However, the government will fund prisons while the government will not fund universities during the summer. So according to the website NBCMiamiNews.com, in January 2014 stated, inmates in Florida's Marion County Jail are served 3 meals a day. In 2012 and 2013, the average inmate population on any given day was 1,546. That means roughly 4,638 food trays a day, or 1,006,092 870 meals per year. So that's like a food tray, inmate holding a food tray, and that's like how much amount of food they get in a tray. According to Michael Streetby, a fiscal policy analyst in a 2013 website stated, California spends more money on prison because it fails to provide the quality of education youth need to succeed in school. So this summer, Cal State University will not be state funded, which means students will have to pay out of their pocket for summer school. And for many students, this is an issue. So however, this is not the only universities. Many other universities are getting less funds, which will cause students to drop out. So how can we solve this issue? The solution to this problem is to cut prison spending and to fund a higher education. According to Steve Hawkins, the Executive Vice President of the NAACP, in a 2010 website stated, only when we make meaningful investment in schools, non-prisons, will our nation reap the benefits through increased earnings for families, reduced unemployment, increased tax revenues for a more vibrant local economy, reduced reliance on public assistance, increased civic engagement, and improve public safety outcomes from neighborhoods at risk of violence and victimization. Furthermore, the government needs to invest its money on students rather than prisoners, because by funding schools, many students will be encouraged to earn a higher degree, which will lead to a higher level of employment. And if the government funds schools, then the amount of inmates will decrease because everybody will have access for an education. So to wrap it up, we have discussed how prison spending affects us and how it will benefit us to boycott, yes, to prison spending, and students suffer for prison spending. As college students, it is important you all know that how it affects you. And I'll conclude with a quote from Mona Adam. So she said, "Imagine a society that spends more money on keeping its prison system alive rather than educating their citizens. Imagine a society where you soon might have more youth spending time behind bars than behind the desk. There is no need to imagine this kind of society. This is our reality."